Book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Verse 15. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 14 through 16, is that I came across this article today by the New York Post, where they're reporting how a Marine Lieutenant Colonel, is being relieved of duty for calling out brass over Afghanistan, meaning calling out his superiors, like the generals that are located in the Pentagon or located at U.S. Central Command in Tampa, Florida. Because U.S. Central Command directs and enables military operations and activities with allies and partners to increase regional security and stability in support of enduring U.S. interests. So he's calling these individuals out that sit in front of a desk, and just give out orders, and they're not on the boots, they're not on the ground, and that's why he's calling out these leaders, for their incompetence. And what he says, and by the way, he had to really think about this, That means that he doesn't care about his career. He doesn't care about what he says. You can watch, I'm not going to play. He served 17 years in the U.S. military, and he don't care about his career. He's willing to put his face on social media, his face on to the world, and complain, And that's why I brought out the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 14 through 16, because the complaining is about to end, and it's about to get civil war in Babylon the Great. And you're going to see the military break. You're going to see certain military go along with the government, with the current administration, and then you're going to see others, the military, say no and attempt a coup d'etat or fulfill one. Because there's nothing new under the sun. Coup d'etats happen all the time. Just look at how the Soviet Union collapsed. Before it collapsed, there was a coup d'etat. After they lost the war in Afghanistan. So these are the times that we're coming to. So this is what he says. A Marine Corps battalion commander said he was relieved of his duties Friday after he posted a video demanding accountability from senior leaders for failures in Afghanistan. That's all he wanted, accountability. Just somebody, who's above his rank that gives him orders to say, yeah, we messed up, we apologize. Lieutenant Colonel Stuart Scheller went viral Thursday after he posted a 4-minute, 45-second video to Facebook in which he appeared in uniform and ripped into military leadership following the devastating suicide bombing at Kabul airport, which killed 13 U.S. service members and at least 169 Afghans. And I believe there was more U.S. service members that were killed, but they're not going to, put it out there. They're just going to give a number, a satanic number, because it's always 13. It's either 13 or 21. That goes into the secret society's numerology. You could, if you want to look into that. Freemasons are heavily involved in numerology. And they always throw out numbers like 13, 6, 21, 33. 33 a lot. I don't want to go off on a tangent, just throwing that out there. Quote, people are upset because their senior leaders let them down, and none of them are raising their hands and accepting accountability or saying, we messed this up, he said. I'm not saying we got to be in Afghanistan forever, Scheller added, but I'm saying, did any of you throw your rank on the table and say, hey, it's a bad idea to evacuate Bagram airfield? Right, that's the airfield in Kabul. A strategic air base before we evacuate everyone. Did anyone do that? And when you didn't think to do that, did anyone raise their hands and say, we completely messed this up? Right. Because what was the excuse? For, especially from Commander-in-Chief Sleepy Creepy Joe. The Afghan people didn't have the will to fight. Nah, that was a cop-out, okay? You military, okay, brass, as he says, you officers, all right, at U.S. Central Command and the Pentagon, you fucked up. You're a failure, all right? And this lieutenant colonel's calling you out. And he doesn't even give a damn about his rank. He doesn't care that his face is now on social media. And he doesn't care that he got relieved of duty, all right? Remember, he thought this out. And he says, and when you watch this video, he pretty much said, I don't care that I'm going to be removed from my duty. So we're at that point, okay? That's why I brought out, once again, 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, and I'm going to get to the point 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay? Zechariah 14 and 13. And it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold everyone on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. That's a civil war. Okay? Meaning civilians attacking civilians. It doesn't matter what profession you have, okay, what sector of employment you have, industry, whatever, okay, you're going to go fight against your fellow American comrade. That's coming to America, okay? There's a huge division. You got the division with the mask, the division with the thingy, okay? Division now in this whole failure over there in Afghanistan, 20-year war, okay, was in vain, vanity. The only ones that profited were the defense contractors, all right? The corporations like Lockheed and Martin, Raytheon, okay? What's the other one? General Dynamics, so on and so forth. They're the ones that made money off this, okay, shit show of a war. Let's get another article. This is from the Brookings Institute. Now, the Brookings Institute, all right, is one of America's think tanks, okay? They gather nothing but data. They gather nothing but numbers, okay? Data and numbers, that's all they do. And then they present it to the military and to the politicians. And look what they have to say. How America's response to 9/11 contributed to our national decline. I'm just going to get to the point. The United States is weaker, more divided, and less respected than it was 2 decades ago. And we have surrendered the unchallenged premises we then enjoyed, right? Meaning you're now vulnerable, you're weak, and these nations see it. Although our response to 9/11 is not solely responsible for these negative developments, it has certainly contributed to them, right? So there's more factors, all right, to your weakness, your division. And all your enemies see it, and your allies, and you're not to be trusted. And this is what's coming. You're not to be trusted, okay? That's why this is what the Lord said right here. Luke chapter 12, verse 49. I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it be already kindled? Right, so before the Lord comes, there's going to be civil war. There's going to be, okay, world war, all right? Many nations fighting each other, okay? And in those nations, they're fighting themselves, okay? Before the Lord returns. 50, but I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straightened till it be accomplished? Right, Yahweh Shai talk about he had to die on the cross, okay? And that's what he was talking about, the affliction on the cross. And prior to going on the cross, all right, being whipped, okay? Being ridiculed, being mocked, all right? He had to go through his affliction. And that's why when he died on the cross, all right, that began the countdown of the last days, all right? all the way up to now. We're in the last day, all right? The seconds of the last days. To 51, suppose ye that I'm come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, but rather division. Right, so there you go. So prophecy is being fulfilled. You're clearly seeing prophecy being fulfilled. All right, division amongst United States military, okay? Brookings Institute writing about, okay, their own country, letting it be known, yeah, okay, we're weaker than ever and divided more than ever, okay? And no one respects us more than ever. That's why in Jeremiah chapter 51, this is what your military soldiers are going to do. So you think your military soldiers are going to win, are going to fight, have the willpower, have the will to fight in your next world war? America? No. All right? They're going to fight, all right, against themselves, all right? Or just not even fight, just watch. Like it says here, Jeremiah 51 and 28, prepare against her the nations with the kings and the Medes, right? The Russians are going to spearhead the assault on America, and all of Russia's allies are going to follow suit, as well as your allies, America, all right, the European Union, all right, the 10 horns that gave their power onto the beast, which is NATO, they're going to turn against you, all right? Because what's going on in the Middle East is just showing, okay, that you're not to be trusted or to even, all right, be around. You're going to see your own allies turn against you real soon. Watch. The captives thereof, all we're waiting on is the MOTB, the Karagma. That's it. That's what we're waiting on, all right? That has to happen, all right, before this World War III kicks off, all right? But prior to this World War III kicks off, you're going to see coup d'etats, you're going to see division, all right? Military banging on military. Yeah. Comrade against comrade. The captives thereof and all the rulers thereof and all the land of his dominion. 29, and the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, and to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. And that's what we're coming to, the destruction. That's what we're coming to that. 30, the mighty men, let's talk about your soldiers of Babylon, have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds, meaning their fort. Their might have failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. Right. So your soldiers are not going to fight against the Russians and their allies. 31. One post shall run to meet another, and one messenger to meet another, to show the king of Babylon that his city is taken at one end. 32. And that the passages are stopped, and the reeds they have burned with fire, and the men of war are affrighted. Right. Them nuclear missiles. All right. So you think, like, just all you got to do is just put two and two together. Everything that's happening now, all right, things like this is going to, okay, literally give clarity to these soldiers when the nukes fly. Man, I'm just hiding. I ain't fucking around, okay? I am not fighting for this country, okay? And then the demasculation of men in this country, all right? Men are becoming more simp-like, more women-like every day. So, yeah, it's easy. And the Russians see it, man. And the Russians are laughing. You know, the Russians, the Chinese, all right, the Iranians, the North Koreans, right now, they're laughing. They're laughing. They're drinking. They know they got America. 33, for thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, the daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor. It is time to thresh her, yet a little while, and a time of harvest shall come. Right, and it's time. All right, all we're waiting on is the Karagma, the MOTB to be made mandatory on the world, as the prophecy says. Okay, and that's it. Nukes are flying, and motherfuckers is dying. And we clearly see it. We clearly see. America, you ain't going to win the next war against a superpower, a nuclear power. You're through. You're through. All right? This lieutenant colonel, all right, 17 years, okay? A career soldier said, fuck it. I don't mind losing my career. All right? That means he's confident for what he believes in. Also, this is a cut to you, okay, Israelites that took the jab, okay? How the fuck, all right, did you go soft in faith? Okay? You, all right, how did you let your job, all right, manipulate you to take that jab? This soldier right here said, fuck my job. Anyway, man, you know, it is what it is. We at the end. Let's go, okay? Kaha Yahau Bashim Yahushai. The prophecies are speaking. There's nothing you clowns can do that walk the earth. Just get ready for more death, more sorrow, more division, more destruction, okay? Leading all the way up to the MOTB. And after that, boom, 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 nukes fly. That's it. And the deliverance, because that's what we're waiting on, the deliverance. Okay, because Yahushua is coming back to deliver the elect. And Lord willing, I'm a part of it. And that's why I keep pushing out these videos. And with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakak, Radash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us His truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing His truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring. Keep the faith. We're almost out of here. We clearly see division. Oh, look! Mama Marine who died in Kabul attack. Biden voters killed my son. There's division. Hey, man, we're almost out of here. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep going. To the few sisters that are watching, keep studying, keep praying. And if you're praying, make sure you have your head covered. Shalom and abad ball. Shalom.